Hello everyone, welcome you all for this session on Introduction to Solar Energy. My name is Pravin Patil, working as a system professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering at Godavari Foundation, Godavari College of Engineering, Jalgaon. In this session, we will discuss about what is the motivation for solar energy, what is solar energy, importance of solar energy, National Solar Power Mission in India, what is current status of solar power in India. So let us first begin with what is the motivation for solar energy. So the motivation for solar energy or solar photovoltaic is from various factors. First factor is that energy demand worldwide is very rapidly increasing with increase in population, with the increase in change in the lifestyle. Life is around electricity. We require to produce electricity non-stop to work for the progress of country in terms of science and technology. Second factor to motivate for solar energy is limited natural resources. Increase energy demand in worldwide put lot of pressure on the natural resources that are available to us as humankind. However, we all know that resources of oil, gas and coal are limited. They are not abundant, they are not everlasting, and we need to develop technologies which can create electricity for us without changing the ecology, without deteriorating the environment. Third factor motivation for solar energy is environmental pollution. When we talk about the environment, oil, gas, coal or any other sources which is based on fossil fuels which is used to produce electricity, and these process leads to creation of pollutant in the atmosphere. Pollutant like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur oxide, methane, nitrous, nitrogen based gases and lot of dust. So lot of particulate matter is generated, and these can be seen nowadays especially in our country. India, we have substantial amount of haze in the atmosphere, which is not good for us. As a result, we need to consider technology which can tackle this problem of environmental pollution, and this is in fact one of the main drivers behind development of new technologies which are environment friendly. And this is where solar energy is very important, because solar energy is abundant, solar energy is inexhaustible. So this is where scientists have been working for the past few decades, which could develop technology which can harness this solar energy to convert into useful energy, even in the form of heat or even in the form of electricity, to fulfill our energy requirement. And of course, if you are able to do that, it also bring a lot of social benefit to the community, because we know that solar technology cannot only be grid connected, they can also be standalone. So somebody who is living on the mountain somewhere does not need to connect his or her house to grid. He or she can directly produce electricity from the sun by installing a little solar panel on top of his house. So these are lot of immense social benefit to the communities which are not in mainstream, which are sort of disconnected, but in general the several community also there is a lot of social benefit in terms of energy availability. These are major factor motivate for solar energy. Now let's see what is solar energy. Solar energy is a radiant light and heat from the sun that is harnessed using a range of technologies such as solar photovoltaic, solar thermal energy, solar heating. Solar radiation is a light also known as electromagnetic radiation that is emitted by the sun, while every location on the earth receives some sunlight, and solar technology capture these radiation and turn into useful form of energy such as photovoltaic cell, which convert sunlight into electricity. Second one, solar thermal technology, where heat from the sun is used to make hot water or steam. And third one, passive solar heating, which can be as a simple of sunshine through windows to heat the inside of a building. Sunlight consists of photons, packets of energy, and can be converted to electricity due to photovoltaic effect was discovered by Becquerel, a French scientist. Financial incentives are available from the government on solar installation and use of solar products that will reduce your cost. This is a typical diagram of solar panel which is installed on the roof of this house. You can see here. This is basically many number of solar cells which have been integrated and put it in the form of module. What is the solar panel does in the daytime? They harness the solar energy. Whatever the energy has been utilized in this building, that is recorded by the power meter, and unused energy goes back to the grid, and it is often taken back when it is further required. Solar energy is one of the most important and popular source of energy, like wind energy, tidal energy, or like hydroelectric energy. Why we made that comment? Because first of all, solar energy is the environment friendly. So solar energy is a clean, renewable, sustainable, and helping to protect our environment. Second point, it is not affected by the supply and demand of fuel and therefore not subjected to ever increasing price of fossil fuel. In our lifetime and future of some generation, sun will be there. So we don't have to think lot of about the source of energy in this case. And the most important, it does not leave any kind of pollution. When we make solar cell, a very minimum amount of secondary pollutants generate, but this is negligible in comparison the gases which are emitted during the burning of fossil fuels. And another important point is that solar energy saves your money. After the initial investment has been recovered, the initial energy from the sun is practically free. It goes over and over the lifetime with almost no maintenance. Financial incentives are also available on solar installation from the government that will reduce your cost. Next point is a low maintenance cost. The maintenance cost of solar energy is very low, or one can say almost negligible. Once installed, no frequent or recurring cost. Basically, unless until the panel has to be replaced, we don't have to change any other components. They operate silently, have no moving parts, do not release an aggressive smell. So they have diverse application, generate electricity or heat, solar thermal at home. So solar energy can also be used to cook food, drying purpose, for solar pump, for solar refrigeration. Solar cell can be used on the other planet and satellite system, and this is one of the success, like the satellite technology or space technology is becoming more and more successful nowadays. Now let's discuss National Solar Mission in India. The National Solar Mission is an initiative of the Government of India and state government to promote solar power. The program was inaugurated as the Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission by former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on 11 January 2010 with a target of 20 gigawatt by 2022. This was later increased to 100 gigawatt by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the 2015 Union Budget of India. The mission is one of the several policies of National Action Plan on Climate Change. Now we will discuss what is the current status of solar power in India. In India, number of solar panel is gradually increasing day by day. The country's solar installed capacity reached 48 gigawatt. This data is of 13 November 2021. The India government had an initial target of 20 gigawatt capacity for 2022, which was achieved 4 years ahead of schedule. And government has emphasized to increase the number of installation of solar panel more and more as days pass. Some of the major solar power plant of our country are Badla Solar Park at Rajasthan, having near about 2245 megawatt capacity. World biggest solar park in terms of generation. Pavgada Solar Park at Karnataka, having near about 2050 megawatt capacity. Second biggest solar park in the world. Kurnool Ultra Mega Solar Park at Andhra Pradesh, 1000 megawatt capacity. Rewa Ultra Mega Solar Park at Gujarat. Sakri Solar Plant at Maharashtra. These are some of mega projects of the solar power plant. Even in some academic institution and in some household we have solar panel. From this video, you may have noticed the importance of solar energy. Solar energy is a key option for the future. So, I am stopping here. Thank you.